Only on 3 tonight, a News Channel 3 investigation takes an unbelievable turn. Our reporter and photographer threatened with a gun in the course of doing their job. We cover stories every day, but it's not every day that we become a part of the story and actual victims. Thank you for joining us. I'm Raph Small.
And I'm Phillips.
It's what happened in Joyner, Arkansas, about 40 miles north of Memphis. On your side, investigator Brett Martin and photographer Ben Short were caught in the middle. Brett is here in the newsroom to tell us what happened.
A lot going on in Joyner, and apparently a lot some people don't want told. When an elderly man died and his son and 2 others were arrested in connection with the death, we do what we always do. Go out to find the details. But what we found was an angry man with a gun.
We showed up at Wilton Goodo's home hoping to find some answers about his death. With his son and 2 others in jail, we knew it was likely no one would answer. But what happened when I turned to leave the house was something I didn't expect. A speeding truck screeched to a stop as photographer Ben Short's camera was rolling. An angry young man jumped out.
Yeah. Hey, get that camera off of me, dog. For real. Y'all going to bounce out of here.
Okay, you live here? That's not.
No, my best friend lives here. Y'all said that's leave.
Okay, we were just trying to find out what was going on. We weren't trying to do no harm.
Well, what everybody's saying is a bunch of bull about Mr. Goodo. Y'all said that's leave. Right now.
That's what we were trying to find out.
Go.
We were just trying to find out what was going on. That's all.
Well,
I mean,
everybody's lying. My best friend saying, man, look, get your camera away from me, dog.
You really can't touch the camera now.
When I tell him he can't touch our camera, he angrily runs back to his truck, saying, I bet I can do this.
We were okay, just shocked. It's not every day you have a gun pulled on you. We're definitely going to follow through with charges, and this case goes a lot deeper. The police chief in Joyner is also under investigation. The mayor tells us it has something to do with whether he failed to report information in the Wilton Goodo death. Stay with News Channel 3 for the latest on the happenings in Joyner. Brett Martin, WREG, live in studio.
Memphis police are investigating a bizarre carjacking and kidnapping early this morning. The victims were both men, they were both robbed, and they were both left naked. This all started at intersection of Knight Arnold and South Perkins. News Channel 3's Brett Martin is here now with details. Brett?
Sheriff deputies noticed 2 men walking down Brunswick Road naked, only to find out that a carjacking and kidnapping robbed the 2 men of everything, including their clothes.
That's pretty bold.
Sean Harris is fed up with the most recent act of violence in his area. One man carjacked, another kidnapped, both robbed. All the brazen work of 2 criminals.
It's just a shame, you know, people can't even drive around Memphis without, you know, somebody trying to rob them or carjacking, which what happened.
Memphis police say a man sitting in his car at a red light at Knight Arnold and Perkins was approached by 2 men with guns early Wednesday morning. They forced the driver into the back seat and took off, but not before also kidnapping a man walking down the street.
It seems like it's just a sign of the times where people are pushing the buck, so you have to take extra measures to protect yourself.
The 2 men were robbed while being held hostage in the back seat.
Anyone with information on this robbery is urged to call the Memphis Police Department. You can do it anonymously through Crime Stoppers at 901-528-CASH. Reporting live in the newsroom, I'm Brett Martin, WREG News Channel 3.
People in one apartment complex on Mud Island are put on alert by police after someone was robbed at gunpoint late Monday night. Police say the resident at the Island Park Apartments was not hurt, but flyers were put up in the complex to make people aware of the crime. If you have any information on this robbery, call Crime Stoppers. 2 Mid-South business owners are behind bars, accused of selling the drug khat in their stores. Corey Tutu was arrested at the Winchester Market yesterday when police found the drug and cash. And Maj Abdullah was also busted yesterday at the A&P Tobacco on Austin P Highway. Police nabbed him when they said he had so much khat in his mouth he could barely talk. Then they found bags of the drug along with cash and a gun in the store.
The controversial Don't Show Your Underwear bill is gaining some ground in the Tennessee legislature. The measure is sponsored by Memphis Representative Joe Towns and passed the House Education Committee yesterday. If it passes, school districts would be required to prohibit risky dressing that would not only mean saggy pants on male students, but uncovered sports bras on female students, even during athletics. The measure now goes to the Senate.
The Memphis City Council has approved a plan to give a new look to the property where Old Mall of Memphis used to be. The 113-acre site could soon be made into an industrial park. 3 buildings totaling almost 1 million square feet would go up in the area. The Mall of Memphis opened in 1981, then after several violent incidents that earned it the nickname the Mall of Murder, finally closed in 2003. If you bought steaks from one major grocery Mid-South store chain, you could be getting a refund soon. Consumer investigator Brett Martin will be here to tell us why. Plus, breaking news out of France where a suspected shooter is cornered at this hour, what the suspect told officers during negotiations and why he has no remorse for killing at least 7 people. Also, bounties busted, how hard the New Orleans Saints got hit with penalties and how it could affect the team down the road.